Takes a minute.
Yeah, we're live. YouTube looks like it's coming up.
And that's why I don't like stew. No, so
Okay.
you know, it's on the stream now. This guy, he's like getting barbed wire out, and he's getting fucking sandbags out. I didn't do any of that shit, and I'm sure. Oh yeah, Marsh did fly a plane. He was in a plane for most of the thing, and you couldn't tag enemies, so he'd be like, tag the enemies for me. I can't see them. I'm like, I can't fucking live long enough to tag them. And then you tag a few enemies. And what's good about the plane is because there's lots of AI characters, you'll get a few of them because there's just there's three characters around every player.
Yeah, sure.
So Marsh was
even if you don't hit the person you're kind of aiming for the most, you'll hit somebody near them.
Yeah,
and get
Marsh was getting around like 8 to 15 kills each time he swooped by.
Nice.
So that's satisfying. It feels,
There's another game that was kind of like that. I think Section 8 had that, where there was a bunch of AI along with the actual people you were fighting.
Fucking set. I knew we had to fucking get it in there.
It might have been some other game. I don't know.
In 10 years' time, you'll still be mentioning Half-Life Alyx.
So let me ask you this, Chinny.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And you may have already said this. So how many real people can play in a squad then?
I don't know, but I feel like it's probably around about 16 a side. I'd imagine.
Yeah, so this could be all real people, or it could be you and some AI character, or is it always
No.
AI?
It's always 3 AI spawn with every person.
Right.
There's never those AI slots never get filled up with people.
Yeah.
It's you always have 3 AI soldiers spawn.
Yeah, so you think it'll be like the maximum's 4 people, which should be 16?
No. I think it's 16 plus the 3 AI per 16.
Good God, how many's that on the map then? That's a lot of people.
Well, that's what he said. It feels like there's people everywhere.
It feels like there's fucking hundreds of people running towards the thing. That the 16 might be wrong, but it I'm pretty sure I looked at the
leaderboard. See if I can find
leaderboard.
out.
It might be 8v8, but 16v16. I don't know, but it's enough anyway for it to sometimes you'll see like on the screen again, you'll see just like 3 people running out of a building towards something, and you're just like, bloody hell. It's not.
So it looks like it's possible for 25 players per team. So that is going to be 100 on each side.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So it
lot
doesn't.
Of people.
It feels like a war zone, and it's not a rare sight to see an enemy, which some multiplayer games are.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the scoreboards up there. There's definitely more than 10 on each side there. So. You know what? It's all right. Enlisted is all right. There's different campaigns which I don't really get. I think they're just sort of levels and whatever. I don't really understand that. But
are they doing cosmetics to get your money? How are they trying to get your money?
I don't know how they get your money. They fuck you somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, there must be
if you had fun without having to pay, you're
it doesn't seem like they're ramming it down your throat. It feels like you probably pay to get perks to upgrade your soldiers, but ultimately,
is it pay to win though? That's the question.
Well, I mean, we won a few games. If you we won a few games. We lost a few games. I didn't pay any money. I don't think that's
20 gigs of hard drive space. What am I made out of hard drive space?
That's nothing if you go down
really
the Warzone route.
Yeah, sure.
So that game is Enlisted. It's available on Game Pass. I enjoyed it. Will I play it ever again? Probably yes. I probably would play it again.
All right. But only when Marsh is playing. Probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't play it alone because I'm not psychotic.
What kind of loser would play a game like this alone?
Yeah, there's lots of games that I just wouldn't play on my own, but. I would definitely, if Marsh said, "Oh, I feel like playing Enlisted," I would give it a go.
So what's your review noise then? What would you go with?
My review noise is
That's not too bad, I guess. That's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
That's it. That's from my review noise. Ladies and
gentlemen. All right, Stu, you're back up.
Okay, I'm going to talk about a game that has been fucking put through the ringer, bashed within an inch of its life, and then they're trying to resurrect it this year.
Evolve?
No, that game will be Cyberpunk 2077 because they've just patched this thing.
I've heard about this.
In the hope that people will now play it because it's fine.
Some people really like it. I've heard some people on PC
I played and
just
finished it. I mean, I'll be honest. I played the game literally all the time thinking it was going to be like a game-breaking bug that had fucked me over.
Yeah.
But I got to the end of the game. I mean, it wasn't easy, but I got there. So I thought, you know what? It's come out. They've done this patch 1.5. They've supposedly fixed a load of issues. They've up-resed all the graphics for Xbox Series S, X. And it runs at 60 frames a second on the X. On the S, it's a bit of 1440p, you know, so you're not getting full 4K or any of that malarkey. But I thought, you know what? I'll give it to let the listeners know. I will install it and give it a go.
You're just a good Samaritan.
I am to save them the time of installing the 20 odd gigabytes or whatever the hell it is.
Wow.
I thought, I'll do that. And I'll play the game. And I'll tell the people what it's. Is it fine now? That's the question. Is it fine?
I hope the listeners really appreciate what you're doing.
I know.
For them.
Yeah, I know. And I could have been playing Mass Effect 2, and I wasn't. I was playing this.
Could have
been
been
doing the work for you.
So basically, they're giving a 5-hour free trial of the game. So on whatever system you're on, you get to play it for 5 hours, and then you can decide. Well, I think that's pretty good. And then you can decide. I mean, a lot of people wanted it just to come to Game Pass, but didn't. So yeah, so that's what they've decided to do.
Yeah, but if it came to Game Pass, that would be a right fuck you to the people that bought it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I guess, but it's been out long enough now where I don't think anyone would give a shit, really.
Yeah, probably.
It's a bit cheeky, really. I think.
Yeah, but anyway, they didn't. So it's a 5-hour trial. So I thought I'll give it a go.
Right.
And I did a different because of the first path I did when I played it for myself originally was the sort. I can't remember what the name of the type of person is, but it's kind of like the sort of officey type person, you know, who's sort of in with all the tech people and all that shit, and you know, in with all with the upper echelons types. I don't know. So the elitists. So this time I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna be the street kid. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go down the street.
He grew up in the hard part of town.
Grew up in the fucking streets, man.
Oh,
and it was remarkably different start to the story, which was quite cool. I mean, it culminates in the same place where obviously it all starts.
Right, it's like Dragon Age Origins. It's all gonna meet up at some point because otherwise they had to make 3 different games or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So about 30 minutes in, it comes to a point which was the same as the first time I played it.
Sure.
But yeah, look, do you know what? On the S, if I'd have played it on there, I'd have been like, it's fine. It's smooth. It looks okay.
No horrible bugs.
No, not that I didn't come across any horrible bugs. Weirdly,
glad to hear it.
But I've still seen a few posted up online since the patch has gone live. So people are still coming across bugs. Whether they're to the same extent as it was the very first time it came around is anyone's guess. But I played probably the first hour and a half, 2 hours of the game.
Yeah. And
had nothing really. It looked fine. It looks pretty good. I was quite impressed actually. I thought it wouldn't look quite as good as it did.
Cool.
So yeah. So if you've got a hankering, you know, going down, there is, if you're not aware, there is a 5-hour trial on every. I think it's on pretty much every platform.
Yeah.
So you can go and download it, give it 5 hours. If you like it, buy it. I mean, there's some cheap, especially on PC. There are some very cheap deals about at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think it's half off on Xbox as well, so it's like 20 quid, I think.
This is one of those games I want to play at some point. I want it to get as good as it's gonna get before I play it, and I want time too. That's the other thing. I don't want to start in on this game unless I have time to really sink in. Because
you could be close to about as good as it's gonna get. I think
that's fine. Yeah.
Apparently, the PC patches have gone live and they're pretty good. The PC was the best version already, so
yeah, that's what I hear.
It didn't need that much doing to it really to make it better on PC. So it was mainly the console stuff. From what I can gather, and I think I'm right in saying I don't think they've done anything for like the base versions like PS3.
Right.
Sorry, PS4 and Xbox One.
They haven't bothered making the PS3.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't run on PS3.
Yeah, it's just a text adventure on the PS3.
It is. But I don't, as far as I'm aware, I could be wrong, so people could correct me if I'm wrong. but I don't think they've actually done anything to fix much more on those. I think they've concentrated more on the obviously the Series S, Series X, PC, and PS5, obviously.
Sure.
So, give it a go. It is a decent game. You know what I mean? For all the stick it got when this game came out, it is actually pretty decent. I really enjoyed it. So it's
become that game where people forget. So like people go, it wasn't that bad, but I remember how bad it was.
Yeah, but you were playing on the fucking Xbox One, weren't you?
I don't give a fuck.
You were playing on the fucking one that you didn't run on, really.
It came out on that platform. Fuck them.
Did you have it digitally? Have you got it digitally?
Yes.
So you could now play it on your Series X.
Yes.
So it will be interesting for you to have a go after you've finished Mass Effect 2.
Fuck them.
And see if what you think compared to your first experience. I will be interested to know.
I'm glad you would.
I would. What about you, Duke? Would you be interested to know?
I don't think so.
Shut up. You should have said yes, concurred with me, then he'd have to do it.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
I know. You just never help. You don't help. There's no support, Duke. I feel unsupported.
I don't know what to tell you.
This. But it's fine. Anyway, Duke, what else have you been playing?
Yes. I have also been playing some Cloudpunk.
Oh, okay.
For those who have forgotten or didn't ever know, Cloudpunk is a game that is you fly a little hover car around this city up in the towers. Nobody goes down to the bottom.
Doing some shady shit. That's what you're doing.
Some shady stuff, delivering stuff, dropping things off. The game excels at using some interesting references to things. So at one point this time, I dropped off. I had these two passengers, actually. For the first time, I had actual people to move around. And they were Mr. and Mrs. Octavius Butler.
Okay.
Get it?
No.
Well, if you don't, that's okay. It's because Octavia Butler is a very awesome science fiction writer. So they are referencing her. They are paying homage to her. Your dog is named Camus, Camus, which is also the name of Albert Camus, a French philosopher.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff in this game. And the question is like, well, what's like, are they just cute references or do they mean something? You know what I mean? Camus wrote a lot about, philosophy and existentialism and the meaning of life and whatnot. And I'm waiting for it to have some stuff about that because it really doesn't so far. I'm 2.5 hours in and it's just like, take this package here, take this package there. And then at one point, the CorpSec, security organization froze my hovercraft. It just wouldn't move. And I was like, oh, here we go. Now something's getting interesting. And then it was like someone else comes on the screen and goes, I just unfroze your hovercraft. Come see me. And I'm like, okay. Like, well, huh? So I had to stop playing at that point for the day. But, I mean, I had other things that I had to do. But it's just, I don't know. I'm probably not playing it the way I should. Like, I'm playing it in fits and starts. Like, I'll start it up. I'll do a mission or two and then move on. I should be playing it for, like, hours at a time. But I don't know. The main question I keep asking myself is, it's a huge city and there's like different sectors. So they spent all this time making this enormous city with all these different buildings in it and all the people walking around. And the whole time I'm playing it, I'm like, why? Like they could have easily told the same story without having 10, 100 million, billion buildings for you to
because
fly
they
through.
can.
You can drive with your feet too. That doesn't make it a good idea.
Chris Rock.
Yes. Whatever. It's not bad. It's just it's not. I don't know. I'm waiting for the part of the story to kick in that's really gonna grab me, and I haven't gotten there yet. And it looks cool. The driving around is fine. It's just it's lost some of its charm at this point. I'm just like, okay, I'm driving around, and you have to keep refueling the car. You have to repair it because you bump into stuff, and it's just like, I don't know, like. That part of the game isn't great. Like, it's not a lot of fun to drive around.
I hate to break it to you, Duke, but cars need fuel and they break.
Yeah, but
yes, Stuart, they do. But does that make it fun to have it in a video game? Guns
Didn't
need
say
to
it
be
was
oiled,
fun.
but not.
At least it's realistic.
Yes, that's what I want for my flying car future head in a box video game is realism.
So when you're playing video games, do people just leave ammo everywhere like they do in video games?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Italian guys look to the right when anyway.
Yeah,
the point is, I'm giving this game the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna keep playing it to see where it goes, but I wish it would hurry up because, as I've said before, I think a storyteller needs to have respect for their audience's time, and I kind of feel like the game developers here are not really they're not being efficient with the story. Now, I recognize that not every game needs to be efficient necessarily. The Wire isn't very efficient as a story, but there's a good reason for it. And in this game, I don't feel like there's a very good reason for them taking so long to get to the good stuff.
Yeah,
Kurt Vonnegut said,
last
thing I'll say, Kurt Vonnegut said, begin your story as close to the end as possible. And I don't think they did that here. Go ahead, Chinny. What?
Is it a bit up its own arse?
It's not really, because the missions that you're doing they're weird. They're curious. They make you want to know more, which is good. And it's not pretentious in that sense. But it's just not. I feel like it's building to something, and I can't tell what, and it's taking a long time for it to build to go there. So maybe I need to sit down like on a Saturday. That's the thing, is that like I don't often have, I have little bits here and there to play, and at the end of the school day especially, I'm just like so wiped out. Some days I only have like 20 minutes, and I'm like, I don't want to, So the point is, it's not at the top of my desire.
No.
So whatever. I will finish it. It's just going to take some effort to push myself to keep going.
Yeah, just to get through. Get through it.
Yeah.
Gotta get through it. Chinny, back over to you, I guess.
Yes, video games. Yes. Do you want to talk about Mass Effect 2?
Yeah, shall we talk about Mass Effect 2?
Talk about
Shall we
Mass
talk
Effect
about
2?
Mass Effect 2?
Mass Effect 2.
So, how far are you in?
I've got about, I'm trying to think, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 of the crew, because you got to go and collect everybody.
All right, then. Who you got? Who you bloody got on your ship?
I went and got Jack straight away.
I went and got Jack straight away. Do you know why?
Because you never had Jack.
I never had Jack before.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Fucking Jack is awesome.
Jack needs to put some bloody clothes on. She'll catch a death.
She will, but she is fucking mental.
Yeah, I mean, when I played that level, it was basically like a new game to me. I was like, I've never played this,
Oh, yeah, through the prison break.
Through the prison break and all that stuff. I was like, well, I don't know what any of this is. So,
no, it's interesting that you never... I still can't believe you never got Jack. I
never got Jack. I don't know why. It just that mission just disappeared. So what I've been doing is, all I've been concentrating on is getting all the crew.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I've just done Archangel.
So that's Garrus.
Yeah. So I just got Garrus. That's quite a good mission.
I remember. I very, very briefly. Stu, by the way, I can barely fucking remember any of this game.
No, I can't. I remember the beginning.
Everybody bangs on about how Mass Effect 2 is the best one.
Yeah.
They're all bloody at it, aren't they? They're always like, fucking hell, it's the best one. Number one was so shit.
It's a great game.
It is. But honestly, I'm like, I cannot fucking remember any of this shit going on.
I remember
I
the
think
collectors.
It's such a step up from the first one in a lot of ways.
Oh, definitely. And there's a proper cover system, so you can press A and go into cover.
I mean, it's a dream.
For me, it was always the writing. Like I think the writing.
The writing's great.
I mean, BioWare. This is the glory days of BioWare. Like,
yeah, it is when they were good.
It doesn't matter that even though this game is old, like it's never a bad time to play a golden age BioWare game.
Correct.
Yeah, this is when these guys were making decent games.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even like Jack's dialogue, I mean, she is angry like all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her. And that fucking shockwave attack thing she does is just great. So she's good to have around. I mean, at the moment, I've got her, and obviously I'll have Garrus now, so I'll probably take Garrus and her on most missions that I go on.
So I swap it around.
No, you see, I stick. The whole of Mass Effect 1, I had Garrus and Rex the whole time.
I don't swap it around. Because I feel like they need a break. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they get
they
tired.
have a kip.
You know what
Go
I
and have a
mean?
kid. Well, you're on every mission. What about you?
That's true. That's
What
true.
about you? You don't get a fucking break.
I don't get a fucking break. Actually, that's a. Why can't I send bloody Garrus, Jack, and fucking Miranda out, and I'll have a break?
Yeah, you have a fucking break. Who are you chatting up, by the way? Who are you trying to get off with?
See, I got off with Liara in the first game.
Right.
Right. So I did the smoochy. You know, look, it's not normal sex, is it? It's like mind sex or whatever you have with her. I don't know what's
like
going
dead
Yeah,
press.
yeah, it is.
on. And they try and justify it, but it's a deeper connection. It's like, no, it's just filth. Anyway, it's just pure dirty blue filth.
Filth. It's filth.
Get it off my screen. I don't want it. So, I did the dirty with Liara. So I don't know because I've met Liara now in Mass Effect 2.
Oh, I haven't met Liara yet. Oh no, you meet her right at the beginning, don't you?
No.
No. Who is it you meet? Oh no, you meet Thingy at the beginning, don't you? The robot-y one. What's she called? Can't remember what she's called now.
Harley.
Yes, that's who you meet
You
at the
meet
beginning.
her. She's like.
Last name Quinn.
Yeah, Harley Quinn.
She's
Yeah.
like. Oh, I'm with these guys now.
Yeah.
Catch you
Yeah.
later, dude.
Yeah, I'm not going to even help you
Yeah. Yeah.
with your mysterious smoking man.
So, yes. So I'm with I've got who have I got?
So I've got this. So you collect
Got
3
Jack.
characters on where Garrus is, don't you? So I've got all 3 of them.
Zaid, Garrus.
And who's the other? That
Jack.
weird. Yeah. So there's that weird dude who's just
Zaid.
loitering about. He kicks the
Zaid.
shit out of someone. Yeah,
Zaid.
got him.
Zaid.
Got obviously Garrus, and then there's someone else you get off there as well, isn't there? Can't remember now.
Oh, it's
Who
the
else you get?
doctor, isn't it? It's the
Oh yeah,
doctor.
you get a
Morgan.
doctor who really doesn't give a shit how many people you kill.
No.
You know, before you get him out of there. He
Yeah,
don't
that's right.
care.
I listened to that thing, and he's like, "Yes, there's problems. Consequences. Well, must die." So
Yeah.
he's a good character.
I like him.
Yeah,
I like him.
and
And that's when you unlock all your upgrades on the ship, so you can start upgrading stuff then at that point.
Yeah. There's something that you said last week, by the way, which is just pure wrong.
All right, okay.
So you
Uh-oh.
said,
What did I
I
say?
fucking hate it when you got a fucking bloody this and
No,
bloody-"
I know. I fucking know exactly what you're
Is
gonna
it the
say.
upgrades?
Yeah, there's a fucking.
You've got to do
screen.
2 lines of dialogue, and then you got to fucking do this.
Yeah, but
There's a
right.
console, and you just walk
I
up to
know.
it, and it has
I
upgrades.
know. Fuck off. Right, but why then let you do the dialogue thing? You should just go to the screen. Not fucking go through fucking 3 lines of dialogue just to upgrade something with him when he can just go, there's a screen over there. What the fuck are you talking to me for?
Who's he talking to
Screen.
me? I don't know.
Fuck it now.
I've got Thane now,
All right, okay. Which one's Thane?
the assassin.
Oh, I haven't got the assassin. I'm getting the thief at the moment on the Citadel. So I'm going to get
the
the-
thief.
Yeah.
The thief.
And so you go to get the thief.
Is that why you got to put a password into the bloody advertiser?
Yes.
I've got.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Zaid. That's a DLC character.
All right.
So Zaid
okay.
was a DLC, like a day 1 DLC character back in the day,
That's right. I
and-
believe so.
and the thief was also a DLC. character.
Well, I just went wherever there's like a go here to get this person.
So they're like the bargain bin squad members, because if you'll notice when you go up to Jacob or Jack or whatever in the ship, if you walk up to them and press A, you'll have a full-on conversation with them. If you go up to Zaid
okay.
or the other woman, Thief woman,
the thief, whoever that
they
is.
don't have a conversation. They just say stuff.
All right. Okay.
So they're not really like fleshed out. They do have a loyalty mission, which is fine. But they're just sort of like afterthought characters. They're not really.
So do they have like a backstory mission thing that you have to go
Yeah,
on?
they do have a loyalty mission. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I forget what they are. I can barely remember any of this game. It's ridiculous how little I remember of it. But anyway, yeah, it's all right though. I mean, it's still brilliant. It still holds up very, very well.
It
Never a
looks
bad
good,
time
I've gotta
play
say. I was quite
Mass
impressed
Effect-
how it looks.
Classic Golden Age BioWare game.
Yeah, It's good. I mean, it's great, but I just can't remember any of it. I must have done this. I must have.
Of course you have. You played it.
Yeah, I must have did this. So I've got. Have you got the Krogan? Have you got the Krogan?
Have you done it? No, I haven't yet. But apparently, you get him in. He's in suspended animation or something.
That's right. Yeah. So I've got him.
Yeah, I haven't picked him up yet.
And I opened because I heard the show last week, and Antonio said that he never opened him up.
No, never
which is
opened him up.
ridiculous because when you get him, there's a cutscene that says, "Well, good luck when you open him up." Yeah, and he's in a room, and you go up to him, and you press A, and he goes, "Do you want to open him up?" I don't know how Antonio missed that. I have no idea. Sorry, can't help you out.
Well, here's the thing. You see, that'll be all new for me because I killed Rex the first time round.
No, it's not. It's not Rex though.
What?
The
you mean you don't get
pick
Rex?
up is not Rex.
What the fuck?
This is also another mistake.
So where the fuck is Rex? Do you get Rex?
Chinny was there with his notepad. Nope, they're wrong about that.
I was driving. I was furious. I was like, "This is not Rex."
Well, I don't know because I've never fucking played the game with Rex.
Well, it's never been Rex. The Krogan that you get into is never Rex.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but
well, you know now.
But Rex does show up in 2, but it's not. It's not like that.
Well, can you not have him in your squad?
No.
What the fuck? You mean to say that I managed to save him this time
You went through
around?
all that to save
went
him,
through all
and
that
now there's
fucking
no point.
trouble.
Yeah, but he's doing stuff.
Point.
He's
Sons
doing
of
stuff.
bitches. But he's alive. You know he's alive, Stu. That's the thing.
Now, can you believe?
Krogan lives
like,
matter.
can you believe how little you remember of this game? And also,
Yeah,
you're like, I can't
remember some of it.
remember.
I remember some of it. I don't really remember any story missions.
I can't remember any of 3. Like, none of it.
I remember the only thing.
the
I don't know. I don't know whether this is in 2 or 3, but I remember where you go around and you have a little bit of a chat with all the squad members before you go into the end game bit.
That might be 2.
Is that 2 where you go and chat to everyone first?
That might be 2. Because 2 builds up to the suicide mission.
Yeah, tie up all your loose ends and stuff, don't you?
So it's like, wanna smash, whatever they say, and then it 2's the suicide mission run, and 3. I remember the boss in 2. Do you remember the boss?
Yeah, I don't remember the boss in 2. I remember the boss in 1.
The boss in 2 is just, it looks like, look, one of the robot Terminators from Terminator 2.
All right, okay.
It looks like one of them,
and
you just have to fight its head and its hands. It's not very good, but I mean, it's all right. It's fine. It's not that bad. But in 3, I've come across Ashley in 2 now because I saved Ashley.
Right, okay.
So I when that mission was happening, I vaguely remembered that one. This is what this podcast is now, by the way. Us trying to remember stuff.
Games we played from 12 years ago.
I know. It's mad though how I'm playing it and I'm like, I must have played it. I don't know. Did I have a coma?
You played it. No, but it's a long time ago. Your brain discards shit you don't need anymore, doesn't it?
I played this in 2011 according to my achievements.
Right.
And 2011 is 11 years ago, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
that is funny.
It's mad. I wonder what the window is of when you start forgetting games. Like, how long does it take? Because if I played Spider-Man now, which I played in 2018, I'd be like, I've played this. Right? So in theory, I could just replay the same game every 10 years.
You see, but what's
and my brain would be like, can't remember any of this shit.
This is all new to me.
We're saying that's generally games, but I bet if I ask you to sort of talk me through the levels of BioShock, for instance, I bet you could remember most of that.
Not really, Stu.
Get out of town.
I mean, what? You show up on a fucking boat, right? No, on a plane. You crash on a plane. You go into a bloody lighthouse, right?
Yeah.
You go down some fucking thing. There's one of those splicer things that scares you.
Yeah. You can remember all that.
You put a needle in your arm, right?
Yeah.
And then some big, big daddy.
What do you find in the pram? What did you find in the pram?
It's a fucking gun, isn't it?
Big fucking gun. You see, you remember that bit?
I suppose. You know what the difference is? This is 3 games.
Yeah.
And they all blend into one, don't they? These 3 games. They're just like, I don't know. Who knows? because nobody really remembers the Mass Effect 2 crew.
Nope. Except
No,
Jack.
they weren't as memorable though, were they? I don't think as
Jack's memorable. Garrus, obviously, because he's the only member of the team that is a
Stayed
continuation.
throughout.
I remember Jacob, but who did you recruit in 3?
And Miranda, you always remember Miranda.
But who did you recruit in 3?
I can't even remember 3.
I think
I can't remember anything about 3. Really.
I remember the only thing I remember about 3 is there's these enemies called sirens, and they're big, tall, like witches things, and they're fucking horrible. And I remember fighting them, going, "Fuck, I hate them. I hate those bitches."
I remember a mission, and I think this was in 2, where you have to follow somebody without them seeing you. But it's one of a really cool mission.
That's Thane, the assassin's loyalty mission.
Yeah, and it was
I
so
remember that.
fucking cool. And I'm like, because most of them sort of missions are fucking horrible, but they did it in such a brilliant way.
So basically, we are old now, and we don't.
We are
remember.
old,
So
Chinny.
what I've started to do is look back at 11 years ago. I reckon after 10 years, my brain just goes, "Don't remember any of that."
Do you know what though? You see, this isn't a bad thing, because when you're now playing this game again, it's like you've never played
It's
it
like
before.
it's like a new game to me.
It is. It's fine. I mean, that's a good thing.
So now I'm gonna fucking play 10-year-old games, and
just do that.
and just go. What Duke said something last week that was very, very. See, look, Duke's not been paying attention to most of this conversation.
I haven't paid attention. You said a whole new game.
Until I'm going to say something nice about it.
Yeah, until you mentioned his name, and then he was like,
But he
"Shit,
said
what did I say?"
something that was very, very smart, I think.
Well, Duke said something smart.
Yeah, he's a smart
Never.
guy.
First
So-
time for everything.
So when this game came out, Mass Effect 2, it did so many new things right. Do you know what I mean? It did so many things that we hadn't seen, like all these things. And it did very little wrong. However, after 10 years, those good things are just sort of like taken for granted now. You're like, yeah, whatever. They're standard.
True.
Standard shit. Whatever. Good cover system. Good shooting mechanics. Get it done. Fuck off. Right? But what stands out more is the shit they get wrong. So when games age, the mistakes they make grow bigger and bigger and bigger. Right? And it's like, this got wrong. So, for example, the planet scanning.
It's a nightmare.
And I know everybody hated it at the time, but it is what the fuck were they thinking?
I still hate it now.
Like,
it's not improved with age.
it's just so boring.
Tedious. And then you run out of probes. Then you got to go and
You
fucking
gotta
buy
go get
some
the
more.
fucking- like, and
then you got to use fuel to go and get them. Then you have to buy more fuel.
And like the little
Ugh.
ship that you have to fly, it feels like you're a little kid with a little ship going like that, right? It's just so dumb. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
But the
fucking
thing
dumb.
is, because I've got OCD, I have to scan every fucking planet. I have to.
Oh yeah, I'm the same. I'm doing
Gotta
all
do
that
it.
shit, even though it's fucking stupid.
It's so dumb. I question my life when I'm doing it.
I was like, what am I doing?
Um,
And I'm like, well, I need this shit to upgrade my weapons and armor and stuff. So if I don't get it, do you know what I said last week? Playing Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2 in such quick succession just makes you realize how much more simplistic Mass Effect 1 was, but benefited from being
yeah,
simplistic.
but you know what though? As I'm playing 2, you like they really did like double it all, pretty much.
Oh yeah,
like
Yeah.
because you get a sort of mission. Yeah, you get a mission where you sort of recruit everybody, kind of in Mass Effect 1, more or less.
Yeah.
And then you get about 3 missions, what you can do in any order.
Yeah.
And then you get 2 end missions. That's Mass Effect 1.
That's it.
Right? Mass Effect 2 is every fucking character has got a mission.
Yeah.
And then you've got like a middle mission where you have to meet Ashley and all this sort of stuff, which is like you have to do. And then every character has a loyalty mission, and also there's some other shit that you got to deal with, and the
and
DLC.
also stop the Reapers from destroying all existence.
So like they really did up it quite a lot with the missions.
Oh yeah,
and,
value for money wise.
and the missions are good as well.
Yeah.
Like, you play them and you're like, this is good. This is well written, well voice acted. I'm enjoying all of this. This is all good. Happy to play.
The other good thing I think, and I think I mentioned this last week, is just the combat just feels so much better, and using other squad members' powers feels like it does something, whereas in Mass Effect
Right.
1 it was almost a bit like it kind of worked, but it didn't really make
It
a
was
whole lot of
there if you
difference.
wanted it, but it
It was
didn't.
there, but in this
Yeah.
game it feels like it really adds to the the combat.
Well, I think I've fucked up
Oh wow, what have you
Oh.
done?
because I picked Vanguard class,
All right, okay.
and
Why is that a fuck
I
up?
fucking hate the Vanguard class.
Oh, I went with
Oh,
Soldier
no.
this time around.
So in Mass Effect 1, I could pick any weapon that I wanted to use. I could pick any
Yes.
weapon. In Mass Effect 2, you are locked into certain weapons.
Yeah, do you know what? That's what, because I wanted to be more like, a bit more techie or whatever,
Mm.
but then it limits what you can shoot. So I'm like, fuck
Yeah.
it, Soldier.
So I love a sniper rifle in Mass Effect. I think they're really good in Mass
Yeah.
Effect.
Yeah.
Same in Gears of War. I think the sniper rifle in Gears of War is so good, and I can't use a sniper rifle with my class.
No,
All I
no,
can
I've
use.
got a sniper rifle.
I've got
which
two
makes a big
pistols,
difference.
2 pistols,
Yeah,
a shotgun, and a fucking heavy weapon.
You got to get
yeah,
right up
that's
close.
just shit.
So my pistol is pretty good though. To be fair to my pistol, it like the one
To be fair to you,
one pistol is sort of like a little machine gun pistol. It's like a rapid like.
Yeah.
Right. My other pistol is a bit more of a fucking pinpoint accurate.
hand cannon.
Yeah, it's like a boom. And that's good. That's fine. So I'm not struggling, but I'm like I need an assault rifle. You know what I mean? I like want to
Yeah,
fuck them
Oh
up.
yeah.
So who's Duke waving to?
The Duchess is just standing out there. She's just standing there watching me. I don't know.
freaking you out, That's all your
is freaking
wife
me
seems
out.
to
In
do.
the rain, just like
is to
my
try
ass.
and freak
Yeah,
you
I know,
out
right?
all the time.
She's holding up an egg. She's holding up 2 eggs, just holding them up. Hi.
Nice eggs.
Yes, hi eggs.
But yeah, it's a great game. I mean, we've talked about Mass Effect too long, but it's great, Duke. Sorry, Stu. It's great, isn't it? It's great.
Yeah, yeah.
It's great.
No, I'm really enjoying it again. Which is a good job because I ain't playing any games on my fucking PC, am I, at the
No,
moment? So,
no.
What's wrong with your PC?
Yeah, shut up.
Right.
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 Right, guys. Okay.
Righty then.
Let's go.
Okay, what's next?
Duke, I'm guessing it's still you. What are you on?
Yeah, so when I quit out of Lost Ark, I actually was curious to see what the reviews on Steam were saying for Lost Ark. So I was scrolling down to the bottom of the store page, and it says, other games like this include, and of course it throws up a bunch of MMOs. And it threw up Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I was like, I remember playing that.
You played that. You played fucking
I
quite a
remember
bit of
liking the
that.
story about it. Yeah, I should play
Oh,
that
no.
again. So I reinstalled it, and I've been playing it.
Do you know what you forget, though, Duke?
What?
You seem to forget why you stopped playing stuff.
No, I don't forget it.
Well,
I remember. But the
mm,
question is, true or false? It's never a bad time to play a classic age BioWare game.
Bollocks.
Bullshit. You just said it, both of you.
well, that's because the ones we're playing is good.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh, no. It's the difference between a good one and a bad one. Yeah, I'd say Star Wars, The Old Republic, and Guild Wars 2 are probably the 2 best MMOs ever made. Now, I've
Oh,
never really
okay.
played World of Warcraft, so I can't say. But, I mean, look, here's the thing. I saw it, and suddenly I was like, Star Wars, yes, I want to be a Jedi. Now, I know I should get Fallen Order or whatever the hell it's called, but it's not cheap right now. I want to find it cheap. So I will play it when it's Dark Souls-like, and I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, it's not. I've played
I
it.
know,
and
but that's what it
finished
says
isn't
on
that
the
bad.
box. I'm just
It's
like,
not.
I know, but whatever. Anyway.
Well, I've played Dark Souls. I know the difference.
Yes, you do. The Old Republic, I mean, it's good. It's it's old, so the graphics are jank, and
Hey, how old is it?
combat's not amazing.
The Old Republic.
What?
How old is it?
It came out quite a few
2012,
years ago. I don't
2013,
know,
something like
something
that?
like that, probably.
Bloody hell.
But it's whoops, no, SSAOR, just that. I have all these searches that I did for it. Yeah, it came out 2011, so it's 11 years old.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. And it looks it, like the graphics are not great. But, the stories are kind of interesting. The characters are decent. You get to be a Jedi and run around killing people.
Well,
and,
that's it.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, it's funny because I remember about half of the things I did when I played this game the last time. So I started over because I don't want to just pick up randomly somewhere. And the funny thing was, this was the funniest thing about it. I made a character. I started playing. After about 20 minutes, I'm like, her head looks weird. I picked the wrong head when I was customizing my character.
I've done that.
Every
I've done that.
cutscene, I'm like, ah. So I had to start over, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I made a different character, a different shaped head. And I was like, wait a minute, this looks exactly this. I thought it looked better, but it there's only one female head shape. You don't have a choice about it.
no.
Because the guy I made back in the day, he looks great. But the woman, she's got this weird, like, it's kind of like a pyramid.
Sexist.
It's like an upside down pyramid. Her head down here is really pointy and weird. And I'm like,
Pointy head.
that just looks weird. I don't have a choice about it. The other thing, of course, is that, like, I'm going to play as a Jedi. You can also play as, like, a trooper who's got, like, an assault rifle or whatever. But what
Who
fun is
wants
that?
to
You
do
can play
that?
as a, right, exactly. You
Fuck
could play as a
that.
smuggler who's like a Han Solo type. You could play as a Sith. Who wants to do that? I want to play as a Jedi. So the variety that I could have playing this game as a different type of character, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I want to play exactly the same as so the story is exactly the same as it did last time. And the big thing I want to do, this is ridiculous, but it's true. I want to change the color of my lightsaber, but apparently you can't do that until, like, you've put in a lot of hours and or bought some cartel coins, because of course there's different
Of course.
Of course.
currencies. Yeah, so I don't know. At some point I'll be able to change the color of my lightsaber, but that's the one thing I'm eager to do. And by the way, I also figured out how to fast travel in this game, because there's like 3 different kinds of fast travel. There's these taxis you can use. You got to go to a certain spot and then go to the different, you can take a taxi to this other spot. But until I don't think I ever figured this out before. You know how in Skyrim you go through a dungeon and then there's a handle, you pull it, and then you walk right out to the entrance again. You don't have to go through the whole thing.
Yeah, it does. It's smart.
Yeah. In this game, you can't. You have to run back out through the exit. But
Wow.
then I realized, wait a minute, I have these abilities. I haven't used them. What is this fast travel ability? Oh, snap. I can just use that. It's like a force power to teleport you anywhere you want to go on the map. So not anywhere, but, certain spots on the map. So I'm like, okay, cool.
That's pretty cool.
So that was nice. That saved me some trouble. I thought I had to go back and, run through all the mazes again. Yeah. And the funny thing, of course, is that these games really should be played with other people. Like, they're designed to be social games. But even if I knew someone who's playing it, like, first of all, except for Guild Wars 2, which has a way to handicap people, you got to be around the same level. And it's, I don't know, like, the whole thing about, like, finding time to play with another person. Like, you and Marsh, like, presumably, your schedules just sort of meet up, right?
Wow, it's a fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, sure. It's just a little bit of, I don't know. I've just never had that work real well for me to coordinate, unless we do play dates. And then that brings its own pressures of, like, dude, it's happening on Sunday. I got to be ready.
No, honestly, it's a rarity that that me and Mosh actually find time. And yes, the only reason really was because Tara went to a friend's in like, which is like about an hour away, and she stopped over, and I was like, Mosh, I got the whole day. Let's go. So that's the only reason.
Yeah. So anyway, SWTOR, good game, fun, and here's the thing. It's the kind of game where, again, it does follow that same MMO formula. You go to this area, it's a swamp, or it's a desert, or it's a this, or it's a that. You go through, you do, maybe 5 missions on a map here instead of 10. You fight a kind of boss-type character. You get the plans for the big weapon. You go back. But it's, I don't know, it feels less overwhelming in terms of all the different things they're throwing at you. And it's more like a BioWare game because, you're trying to curry favor with your companions, and, you can tell there's stuff that you're going to talk to them about later on. And I don't know, it's a good chill game to play. I can put it on, run around, kill some bad guys with my lightsaber, and I don't have to really worry about it. So, thumbs up on the Old Republic.
Nice.
Thumbs up on the Old Republic. Chinny, have you got anything else?
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do.
Yes, he does.
What do you think of the stream, by the way? I've been improving it.
I know, I
In
can
the
see
back.
it's improved. It's
I
improved.
like it. The diagonal line feels like a little wasted screen room, but whatever. It's cool.
Yeah,
Don't start fixing it though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
good.
no, it's
I like
fine,
it.
it's fine, it's
Well
fine.
done.
No.
Good
I'm
imagery.
gonna fix it now.
Oh, see what you've done
No,
now?
talk about a game, dude.
Yeah, talk about a game,
Yes.
dude.
So
Come on.
I'm going to talk about a video game. What am I talking about? So Marsh, because we had this time yesterday, he's been banging on about this game called Ready or Not.
Ready
All right,
or
okay.
not, here I come.
You know, that's exactly what I
find
thought
you.
as well. How weird.
So Ready or Not is Marshy likes these type of games where
What type of game?
like tactical SWAT
Oh,
Okay.
God.
type games, and now and again, I mean, this doesn't happen as often these days because we don't play games together that much, but when we was younger and all this, he dragged me into this fucking game that I don't want to play, right? I'm like, I don't want to play it. He's like, just get it.
Yeah.
And then I get it, and then I fucking hate it, and I'm terrible, right? So this game is, you remember SWAT 4 or the SWAT games? Do anybody remember that? Anyway,
Nope.
So
Nope,
SWAT
sorry.
1, 2, and 3 were sort of like top-down isometric breach and clear type games. So you've got a house or whatever, you've got to mirror the door, you've got to go flashbang, breach, clear, right, like that. It's like Hotline Miami but realistic, right?
Yeah.
And you're the police.
Is this first person or third person?
It's first person. It's all about being super realistic, right? I will put the thing on the thing. Give me a sec.
Okay.
It's all changed because I've changed everything.
And they all take place in Pakistan. There's an area in Pakistan called the Swat Valley.
So
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's all realistic. It's all meant to look like realistic and simulate-y and all this sort of stuff. And people take it really, really seriously, right? So
Yeah.
So the idea is that you've got this house, you can mirror the door, you can and the AI is in different locations every time you play it, and you've got civilians in there, so you don't just, you've got to shout, you've got to press F to shout and say, get on the fucking ground, get on the ground, get on the ground. And then
Yeah.
you zip tie them, and then you've got to report them, and if you find any evidence, if you find any guns, if you find any drugs, you've got to report the evidence.
Yeah.
If you do come across a hostile, and they start shooting at you, then you can open fire and drop them. And you have to report the dead body and all this sort of stuff. But then somebody could drop a gun, so they might, if they have a gun, doesn't necessarily mean they're going to shoot you. They
Right.
could have a gun and drop it, but they could also have a
you're not
gun,
supposed to
drop
shoot
it,
them in
and
that
then pull out
instance, yeah.
another gun and fucking try and kill you again. So it's
Yeah.
this
Wow.
like super simulated. What he's doing on the screen now is that he's putting wedges under doors. So sometimes, if you leave doors open, like somebody could just run through. But if you put a wedge on the door, somebody can't come through it. You've sort of locked it a little bit. You can kick down doors. You can breach and clear doors with a shotgun. Yeah, and enemies can just walk around. They don't just stay in a room. They just walk around if they hear you, or if they can walk off.
Right.
And if this game, I saw a woman and thought, oh, it must be a civilian, and it was
Right. Most games.
yeah.
The women are going to be
She had a gun.
non-combatants.
She shot the shit out of me.
Oh shit.
So I didn't know.
Uh-huh.
So I'm dead. That's me dead. So that's the game. This is Marshy's fantasy basically. He
fun?
loves this shit.
Did you
right?
like it? Did
He
you
loves
enjoy
it.
yourself?
He loves, and people who
No,
play
do you
it
like it?
take it really seriously. I don't really
Yeah.
like it that much, but
Yeah.
Is this another freebie, or did you have to
no,
pay
this
for
is paid for. You have to
Oh
pay
my
for
God.
this.
Wow.
So-
Damn.
So is this
How
on
do
your
you know Marsh's a
Xbox? I'm
friend?
guessing.
No,
is
this
it?
is Steam.
Wow. So you're playing?
Damn, Chinny
What the
playing-
fuck?
Chinny
You
buying
playing
games
PC
on
games?
Steam? What's going
Marshy
on?
bought-
Holy crap. What's going
Marshy
on?
bought
Oh my
a
God.
PC for this game,
Wow.
Oh, that's
so
intense.
it's a slippery slope, right?
That
Yeah,
is
it
a
is.
So does he feel okay about that?
Yeah,
now?
he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, because his boots up okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Look, nothing. Look.
I mean,
Click,
look,
click,
the
click, click,
game
click.
ran
No.
okay on mine. He's got a better graphics card and stuff, but the game ran fine on mine.
Yeah.
But I don't really enjoy playing on the PC, if I'm honest. Like, it's just not for me. Anyway, people who play this take this game really, really seriously. Obviously, friendly fires on and all this sort of stuff. So me and Marsh sort of play a couple games, and I'm sort of getting the gist. And You know, we're sort of getting it, and yeah, okay. And then it's like, let's jump in a game where there's it's all sort of PVE, right? So
Yeah.
let's jump in a game with like other people. So there's about 5 of us now, and we're going around. I'm sort of hanging back, really. I'm sort of fairly shit at this game, so I'm sort of just taking a back.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck it up for everybody, do
letting
you?
everybody sort of carry on, and then yeah. So I noticed that, like, okay, yeah, this is all going fine, all right, yeah. And then somebody just bursts open a door and they have a gun. And I shot them, and it was a friendly. And there was this moment where the 2 people that were next to me just looked at me.
That is funny.
And then looked at the door, and then looked at me, and then somebody put in the text chat, "Why?"
You dick.
And that was it. So
wow. Did you
know.
feel bad?
I guess so. But no, not really. So that it's not my cup of tea, but it's Marshy's cup of tea, and he loves this cup of tea.
Well, if he likes it and he bought a computer just to play it and he's happy, then
loves
that's
it.
fine.
He loves it.
It's fine.
But it's not for me.
It's not for you. It's not for you.
It's not for me. I'm yawning talking about it, right?
I know, that's how much you enjoyed it. Well, in that case, I think we should move on because I think we're all done.
I also I did play the Division 2 like towards the end of the day. I've not got a lot to say for it, other than.
Was your first time playing it?
No. I played it in 2019.
Oh, okay.
And a little bit in 2020. And I tell you what, one thing what I like about Division 2 is that it's like a really easy game to play co-op if you just want to like just shoot stuff and not really
just
think.
Jump in.
You know what I mean? Like so a few other people came into the chat at this point in the Xbox chat, and we're just talking, catching up or whatever. And me and Marsh are just playing the Division 2 in the background. And it's just easy. Do you know what I mean? And me and Marsh was like, this is a good game. Like when you don't put any pressure on, are you enjoying the game? You're just playing it for whatever.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. It feels good. It controls well.
Yeah.
See, I just remember playing the original Division with a few people who were really high level. And they're like, oh, come on, let's go into the dark zone. Let's go to the dark zone and get some cool weapons from the dark zone.
That's how they get your money.
We don't do any
all
of that
about the money.
stuff.
Go to the dark zone.
PvP. It's the way to be PvP.
Go to the dark zone. Anyway, yeah. So I have got, believe it or not, I have got an email. Got an email.
Oh my god, we have an email.
I know. Yeah.
Von.
That ruled.
I know. First email this evening was in my spam yet again.
The fucking
I
spam.
know. I have to fucking check
really.
the spam every week now, just in case one slipped in there. It's weird. Some come through, some don't come through. It makes no sense. Anyway, this is for. I think this is a new emailer to the show.
Okay.
And it's Piglet It 99 is how he signed off.
99.
Piglet It 99, and he says it's hi guys.
Hello.
Hey.
I have started ME2 at the same time as you.
Oh.
So he's playing along with us.
Ah.
And hope I'm not too late with this advice. So he's got some advice for us now.
Okay.
Now, I read this advice because I had a quick look at this email. It's not going to be a lot of use to us, I'm guessing, Chinny, but I'll read it anyway.
Right, well, we'll give it a go.
But there are 2 mods for this game that I can highly recommend, which take out the most boring aspects of the game, mining and safe cracking.
Well, this ain't going to work, is it?
It ain't going to work. We're on the fucking Xboxes. It's very kind of you. It's very kind of you to do this, but we're on the consoles.
We're on the Xboxes.
And even if I had it on PC, I couldn't fucking play it anymore because the PC's fucking broken. Anyway, but basically, this sounds cool, though. I would like to have these. So one does auto-complete the tasks like safe cracking and also mining the planets. It auto does it for you.
Yeah.
You see, if I had those mods, I would be a lot happier. I don't know about you.
The safe cracking, I don't mind too much.
No, I don't like the ones, though, where you only get one go and then it's like, oh, you fucked it up.
Are there? I didn't know. Are there's? Is there those?
Yes. Some of them,
is that a thing?
some of them, it'll let you have another go. Some of them, it just like one go only, and then it's it. That's it.
All right, okay.
Anyway, he said there's also a couple of nude mods for Stu. I don't know what he's suggesting.
Well,
I don't know why he thinks I'd be interested in nude mods for Mass Effect 2.
I don't know.
Because we know how
No
much you love the naked.
I have no idea. But anyway, thank you for the advice. Unfortunately, we can't do that.
It's wasted.
It's wasted on us. But
Yeah.
I'm glad you're playing along with us. That's cool because we'll see how, now I feel like I really have to get my head down now and play.
We need to get
cracking.
cracking with it, don't
We need to
we?
get fucking cracking.
I think
Make it happen.
I've had an error on mine where like the game thinks I've been playing it for 64 hours. But I think it's just the quick resume on Xbox that's
Yeah, just logs it as playtime. Even though
it just looks at its playtime.
Yeah, best way to find out is look at your save files.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what it says. That's what it says.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, second email this evening is off Jacinta,
Yay, Jacinta.
and she says this: burn your backlogs.
Oh no.
Oh, snap.
Says this. Hey
My name is
guys.
Jacinta.
Yes.
Jacinta.
Hi.
Hi, Jacinta. Hey guys. So you might have seen my little late night rant on Discord about Horizon Forbidden West. I have read this.
I have not seen this. Sorry, I don't go on Discord much these days.
So it said on Friday.
Tell
It's
us
actually
about
got a bit busier on Discord, hasn't it, Chinny? There's people chattering.
I'm on there. I'm on there doing stuff.
I'm on there. So anyway, she says it's on Friday. I was so tired from the week of 3 days teaching and 2 days parenting that by the time I finally got to sit down and play the only new game I've been excited for in years, I hated it.
Oh no.
I know. They changed some of the jumping buttons, so I spent the first 2 hours falling down and dying a lot and getting extremely pissed off.
Oh no.
I know. I'm
Yikes.
glad I gave it another shot because my initial reaction was wrong. This game is objectively good, entirely more of the same, but still very good.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard it's a lot more of the same. Yeah.
Yeah, a very good, unmissable blockbuster PlayStation exclusive. But I still returned it.
Oh.
The game,
Okay.
the game is 32 hours long, and I was emotionally exhausted just a few hours in. I kept getting annoyed by all these irritating tasks that I had to complete before I could get to the next cutscene to see what happens. And then I realised I should probably just watch it on YouTube.
Oh boy.
So I found a video that was
What kind of
5
weirdo
hours.
would do that?
I know, I did think that. So I found a video that was 5 hours, skipped past all the first hour of stuff I'd actually played, and watched the whole
Yeah.
thing on Saturday evening. It was a great experience. I do
There
not
you go.
regret it at all.
See, and here's the thing. Look, again, if the story's worthwhile, is there any reason not to do that? If the gameplay isn't fun, then they're begging us to do this.
Begging.
Like, this is
Begging.
I mean, you know,
Saying, don't
look,
buy
if
our
you
game. Watch it on YouTube.
If you enjoyed the experience of playing Last of Us 2, cool. I don't think I would have enjoyed that experience because it's so frustrating. So, whatever. I mean, part of it is I just didn't want to get a whole console just for that game. But I think this is something that game developers need to think about, which is how many people are choosing to just experience the story via YouTube.
Well, I will not say anything about the plot other than it's great. And those of you actually playing through the game are in for a treat. But I don't have the patience to invest a minimum 32 hours into a game for essentially 5 hours of story.
Yeah.
That ratio
you go.
just does not work for me. It was an 8 to 10 hour game, I'd be happy to. But I just
See?
can't do 20 hours plus hour games anymore.
I don't blame you.
I know there are arguments to be made for immersion, that my experience of the narrative would not have been as impactful due to the lack of interaction. But these games essentially have a static narrative. To be crudely blunt and oversimplify, they are animated films broken up by extremely long sequences of gameplay that are vaguely connected to the advancement of the plot. Wow, that's
I think
pretty
I
much
wrote
every
that
video
exact
game.
same concept when I think I wrote something about story once upon a time for thumbsticks.net. Back in the day, they were really hucking me to write stuff for them. And yeah, I wrote something along those same lines. Like, that's the thing, is that Portal 2 is not just that, right? Portal 2 has a story that you interact with.
You
but
can
a lot of
only
video
tell
games-
that game that story
you
in
can't
that
tell
game.
it any other way, exactly. But a lot of stories in video games are not like that. They could easily be movies and probably should.
Yeah. But no, but the trouble is they're not very good movies most of the time.
Well, then the question is, why the hell are so many stories in games so crap?
Well, this morning, I started watching God of War on YouTube from where I had stopped my playthrough.
There you
I'm
go.
probably going to do the same for all the other PlayStation exclusives I've never finished. So this afternoon, not only did I return Horizon Forbidden West, but I also sold the PlayStation.
Yeah.
My Xbox One and my backlog of physical games, I took them to the smelly shop. We have a CE exchange here in Australia too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've heard the same thing about Horizon. Is like the first game, everybody's hot or cold. They're either like, I love it,
I didn't
or
like it.
it's boring and didn't like it.
Didn't
And
like
then the
it.
second one is it's more of the same, and you know, whatever side of the fence you're on with that, then it's going to be the same thing. So I'm hoping that I like it. I feel like I like those types of games, but I don't know. I have no idea really.
But don't worry, I've still got my Xbox Series S and Game Pass.
Good.
But fuck feeling pressure to keep up with the whole industry. Fuck feeling shame by keeping a backlog. If I haven't finished it already, it's probably because I didn't enjoy playing it.
Exactly.
I used to be that nerdy PC gamer girl that loved playing World of Warcraft and didn't know anything about the industry at large.
Ugh, MMOs, pathetic.
Yeah, pathetic. I can't go back to PC because of repetitive strain injuries, but I'm sure as hell can try and return to that mentality. So, if you need me, I'll be over here in the weirdo corner, alternating between Path of Exile and Destiny 2. I might even check out the odd new release on Game Pass every now and again. But I don't think I actually like single-player games that much. I just like MMOs, and that's okay. I quite like that email. That's good.
Yeah.
Personalized questions 3.
Go ahead, hit us. Fire away.
Chinny.
Hello.
Chinny. For the last year or so, you've mentioned that you're not happy about the way the industry has changed. Could you elaborate? I'm genuinely curious about your frustrations. I imagine they're quite different to mine, but I can definitely understand being disillusioned by the industry. So,
I feel like this could be age, right? So I'll put my hands up and go, this could be me just getting old, right? But I don't think so, because when we started this show in 2008, I sort of feel like games were just better then. I know that sounds old,
yeah, no,
right?
it's true. It is true.
No,
Right.
I think that's probably true, though.
So there was, we reached a point with the consoles, with the 360 and the PS3, where we could do things what we couldn't do, and obviously with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, it stretched it a bit further. We talked about diminishing returns and all this sort of stuff, but now you've got like no limits, and it's like and also the industry's moved into a direction of pay to win, or like these games don't have sequels, they're alive, you know, they Fortnite and they Division 2.
Right. They want to make platforms, rather
they want to
than
make
games.
platforms, and that doesn't sit well with me.
It's all about the cash, isn't it? It's all about cash.
So the Horizons Zero Dawns, the reason why that appeals to me is that's the kind of game that I like, where it's not really doing anything else, it's just the game, right? And when you get, and I think a lot of people think like me, because when one of these games come out and does well, like God of War, like Spider-Man, like Red Dead Redemption 2, like Horizon Zero Dawn, whatever, albeit, you know, it might not be your type of game, but they tend to get a lot of buzz because these are the type of games that we miss and the type of games that we like, and they don't exist as much anymore. That you either got the big platform games that want to just be Fortnite, they want to release a thing and then not release a sequel, they just want to live. Or you've got the small indie developers, which sometimes, you know, most of them are okay and clever and stuff, but really, like, they're not this AAA experience. So you left the I used to call them B movie games, right? Like those are gone. I mean, you could argue some of them are coming back because of Game Pass and things like that, but they're not there anymore. There was a game called like Wanted Weapons of Fate, which was like based on the
Yeah, I
movie.
remember that.
I talk about that every time we talk about bad movies. I mentioned that you asked me to talk about that game, so
Yeah.
I played it, and then I was like, the game's pretty cool. I wonder what the movie's about, and I vomited for 10
Yeah,
hours.
the
watching
the movie's. I haven't seen the movie, but I'm assuming it's true. But like yeah, you've got all these games that just want to be alive, right? But Wanted Weapons of Fate, like there was a Jason Bourne game that was pretty good. Like these. But if I played it now, would it be good? I don't know. Is it rose tinted glasses? I get it, but my frustration, I suppose, is a lot of these games that come out. As soon as I hear loot, for example, I just don't like loot in games because and I know I'm playing Division 2, and honestly, I just said to Mosh, I can't be fucking bothered with this loot as long as my gun can kill people. I don't care, and I just get so confused with it. It's just so overwhelming. So anytime a game has loot and like a fucking like purple and blue and yellow or whatever color, I'm just like whatever.
Don't ever play Borderlands again.
It just doesn't do it for me. So that's my issue really.
I also think any game that has more than one currency that you can use.
Yeah.
It's just fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Why do I need 4 different types of currency in a game?
It could be waves as well. Like it could be, like I sometimes I feel like the industry has about 4-year waves where, you got like 2001. I don't know this isn't 4 years, but 2004, 2008, 7, 8, 9, and then 2012 there was some, and then 2015, 16 there was good, but 2014 was horrible. 2020 was shit. Like we have these like sort of years where they're just crap for a while, and no one's really doing anything outstanding. And obviously there are games that come out. There's 1 or 2, but like we'll have like this wave of like a year of just like fucking hell. I can't. Like 2018 was the last one for me, where we had God of War, Red Dead, and Spider-Man in 1 year, and I'm just like, wow, games. What a fucking year that was. And now you also get these waves of trends of like how many Left 4 Dead clones have we got? We've got the Rainbow Six one, we've got Back 4 Blood, we've got that space one that we played the other day. So you get these weird trends that happen, and at the moment the pendulum, whichever way it's swinging, just isn't happening for me. But I've learned that actually there's plenty of games on my backlog that I haven't played. There are good games out there, and also if I run out, I can just play games that are fucking 10 years old and I won't remember them anyway.
No, it should be fine. It seems like a good idea. I think that's why I'm kind of excited for Elden Ring, even though I know I'm going to be fucking shit at it.
I haven't seen anything on Elden Ring.
It just looks so cool.
Any video or anything about it, really.
Well, I know I'm going to get my ass handed to me if I ever get my PC up and running again to play it. But...
See, the Dark Souls games is basically, I think I would like them.
Yeah, artistically, they look fucking great.
I think I would like them.
They just look so good.
But it's like a problem I don't want to deal with yet, Elden Ring.
But Elden Ring might, the reckoning it's a lot more accessible.
Well, just Dark Souls in general, just like I feel like I could get into it, but it's a problem I don't want to have right now.
Yeah, you don't want to be stressing when you're playing a game.
Do I really want to go down?
You want to stress
alleyway of bathroom, because when I go in, I go all in, So I don't know. This is the first time I'm seeing it. It's on screen now, and I don't know. It looks like every fucking other Dark Souls game, to be honest.
Kind of. But there's nothing wrong with that because they look great.
Yeah, I guess so. But that combat.
And I think I'm intrigued as well because George R.R. Martin has been like the story.
I don't think you should get excited about that.
Well,
no, but when has a video game had a great name on it and not turned out amazing?
Exactly, it's gonna be great. Then the question for me is, Stu, what's your big budget game that you've not finished and sold that you regret retiring? I very rarely sell games. I sell other stuff, but I very rarely sell games unless I finish them. I tend to, when I do that, I tend to try and finish them quick
I've heard you
and then sell them.
Okay.
But very rarely do I sell a game I haven't finished. And probably the two that sort of come to mind is Persona 5, right? Which everyone fucking lost a shit about. And I like it, But I get to a point. I've played a few Persona games now, and I get to a point where I'm just like, it's getting to the point where it's too difficult.
That fits in the category of what Duke was talking about, where everybody goes nuts.
Yeah.
For a game,
and I know I should like it. I should feel like I should like it and finish it, but it gets harder and harder, you know. And I'm just like, ugh. And then the other one I probably more regret is probably Judgment, because I actually, when I play that game, I like it, and then something else comes along and I'm like, oh, I'll play that instead, and then I forget about it. And I'm quite a way into it and just never finished it. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know why I didn't, because I like the Yakuza games. I like Judgment how it started. So in some respects, I should, you know, that's a game that I should have finished ages ago.
Yeah.
And I just never have, which is weird. So there you go. So I guess they're the ones that spring to mind. Duke.
Yes, hit me with a question there.
Do you think you'll ever play another 20-hour plus hour? I always say 20-hour plus for some reason, and then hour, but I don't need to. 20+ hour AAA game. Is there one that you're looking forward to? Or is it just Elder Scrolls V6?
I mean,
Elder Scrolls 6?
No. I mean, look, I played Borderlands 3 not long ago.
That's true. That is actually true.
Long AAA plus game. Yeah, I think here's the thing. I think, and here's what made Borderlands 3 different, is that it was fun the whole time. I think that, and I got it real cheap. So is the thing. I've become a cheapskate. Like I used to not think about spending $60 for a game as any big deal, but these days, the idea of
that's
buying a
changed,
game at
doesn't
launch,
it?
It has. The thing about buying a game at launch, just first of all, on the PC, it just doesn't make sense. You wait 3 months, you'll find it half price.
Yeah.
You know, it's just sensible to do that.
Yeah.
You know, like Cyberpunk. Like I'm curious to play Cyberpunk. I want to play it.
That's been super cheap recently.
And I'm gonna
you could have paid over about 10.
Also, pre-ordering is just some complete bollocks hype that
right.
No
but
one
even
needs
getting
to do.
it at
Sorry,
launch,
Stu, but
like,
Elden Ring.
No, I only did it because it was cheap. I only pre-ordered.
Yeah, but it'll be cheap anyway. It puts you in a full sense of
I don't
security
think-
that
I don't
it's
think this
never
is
going to
gonna
be
be
cheap again, which is bollocks.
I don't think this will come down to
Sorry,
36 quid.
sorry,
for a while.
Duke. Sorry, Duke. Go
Just
on.
saying.
It's okay. This is a very important.
But anyway,
actually, it's funny. Jacinta said something in the chat here on YouTube that corresponds to what I'm thinking about. You know, the part of the fun of like Minecraft and MMOs to an extent is that it's not, you know, a story can be awesome if it's great, but it can be very, it's almost ensnaring if it's bad, because once it's got you, you know, like with NeoCab, I could have given up on NeoCab after the first hour if I were smart, but I wanted to know where it was going. You know what I mean? There's a part of us that wants to see how the story plays out. And in a way, that's a nice thing about Rocket League or Minecraft or whatever. I don't have to worry about the story. I can just put it on, and even, you know, Star Wars: The Old Republic, or you know, if I were smart about it, Lost Ark, and I could just be like, forget the story. Like, who cares? Just run around, kill monsters, have some fun.
Be happy.
It's low stress. It's cool. Yeah, and so in a way, the fact that games don't end, as she says on the chat, like that's a great thing, because then, you know, I'm not worried about where it's going or like how satisfied I am with the story payoff. It's just a fun thing to put on and have some good times with. And as I've said, for me, it also has to do with music. And this is probably something that I don't have in common with most people who play video games, but one of the things I really like about Rocket League is I can put on the Crystal Method, or I can put on Prodigy, you know, Experience, or I can put on, you know, Porter Robinson, and like the music is a fun part of the game, and the social part in Rocket League, although it's 90% of the time it's toxic children, that other 10% when I do get to have fun chat with other people makes it a lot of fun. It makes the game even more fun.
Yeah.
I could play bots all day if I wanted to, but I'm striving for that 10% of interesting conversations. But anyway, yeah, and the same with MMOs. Like I have some playlists with Enigma and Delirium and some other, you know, I don't even know what you'd call them, but you know, trance type trip hop, whatever, vocal trance type hip hop. Anyway, yeah, so the music is a part of it for me, and you know, it's a familiar experience. That's why I was really into MUDs for a while. Like I can go to these places and I can have these chats and I can play the music, and it's a way of, you know, it's a mindset of de-stressing, and yeah, story can get in the way of that.
Yeah, No, that's fair
So
enough.
to answer your question, there's no games I'm really keen or excited about that are coming out right now. Yeah, it's been a while actually since a AAA title has really gotten
But
me
I'm
excited.
struggling for that. Look,
Right.
myself. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the reason if I could say, I think the reason that I'm struggling for it is that the things that I've always loved the most in AAA games are basically role-playing games are the ones that have always been most keen on, most excited about. And these days no one's making role-playing games, like unless they're Souls-like.
No, they're
Elden
all
Ring,
making more like these
or they're
hybrid
making-
games.
They're
like,
making hybrid games or MMOs.
Yeah,
Right,
Or-
because that's where the
like-
money is.
The other thing,
Right,
though,
yeah.
the other thing, Duke, you're right. But the other thing is that these games are taking longer to make.
Oh yeah, sure.
No one's
Oh, yeah.
making them because there is
Right.
a new role playing game being made by Bethesda, like the space one.
Right.
There is another Elder Scrolls coming. There is another GTA coming. There is another probably a Red Dead coming. But they just take so long to make.
Yeah,
now.
more and more time.
They take a
isn't it?
long time, and in order for them to make their money, in order to wow the reviewers and therefore get people excited and make people want to buy it, they have to throw in everything, because otherwise reviewers are going to be like, well, it doesn't do anything really new, it doesn't do this, it doesn't do that. And that's why I find that the most interesting games I've been playing lately are generally smaller, made by smaller studios, a few people, or whatever it is. So
Yeah,
that's one of
true.
the reasons why the big studios, I'm just like, okay, y'all can do your thing, and I'll find the occasional really good one. Borderlands 3 is a great game, but it wasn't any life-changing experience. It was just more Borderlands.
Yeah, no, that's fair
Well,
enough.
that's what you're looking for, I suppose, isn't it?
And then there's the fact that I'm a creature of habit, of severe habit. I want the same thing I've had, but with a new story or a new location or whatever it is.
But you're looking for like Stu found like the Forgotten City, right? And Stu found it.
I love that game.
Like somebody stumbled upon it. But what
Yeah,
I, what
I
I,
did.
heard of it before. Yeah,
I suppose what we're all chasing is like there's that game that we didn't know that there's always a game every year that no one knew about. It came
Yeah.
out of nowhere, and it's brilliant. And for,
Yeah.
for Stu it was Forgotten City or whatever it was.
Yeah,
And
Forgotten
there's
City, man,
there's always
great.
one of them.
For me, it was Lake.
Oh yeah, Lake. Hey, by the way, that's on Game Pass now as well.
yeah.
Don't play it, even though it's free. Fuck
Free,
that
free
game.
on Game Pass.
Like for me, like even this year, like I played Maneater, which is like
Yeah.
a game where
Right.
you're a fucking shark or whatever, and
Right.
that's a good game. Like that isn't a AAA experience, but it's a good game that I enjoyed.
Yeah, it's good enough.
And one last thing I'll say. Sorry, go ahead, Chinny. You're done.
No, I was, that's what I
Well,
was.
Jeff Stab just said on the chat, like, I love No Man's Sky because I could just go and do whatever I wanted without having to really worry about the story, which is great. Absolutely. The same thing with Minecraft. However, the flip side of that is, and I face this with every Minecraft server I've ever played on, including the one that the Veteran Gamers made or VG Hub or whatever it was, there comes a point when it's like, well, what do I want to do? You know what I mean? Like No Man's Sky,
Yeah.
when I got to the center of the galaxy, okay, now I can fly around and do whatever I want. Well, what do I want to do?
It's like the
right?
fish in Finding Nemo when they escape. They
Yeah.
go, well, now what?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the tricky balance is that a good and this is why some MMOs, I think Guild Wars 2 does a good job with this, is that they give you things to do, but it's not this story you have to follow, right? And so Skyrim, again, is a great example of a world that's huge and open, but there's stuff to do. There's reasons to go exploring. A lot of games will make a huge open world, and maybe everything there is to do is just exactly like every other thing there is to do. I think you need to create good stories in that huge open world. No Man's Sky, generally, I mean, certainly at launch, they had 0 stories. There was no story at all. Now they've put in a few stories, not really anything great. But there are things to do. It's just, is it worth it? I don't know. How long can your own internal motivation push you in a game where there really ought to be things in the game that are pulling you rather than you pushing yourself to find things to do?
Jeff said that he spent over 400 hours in No Man's Sky and hasn't reached the center.
It has to be a deliberate thing. I didn't do it for a very long time. And then I was like, I'm going to do it now. And once I did it, I was like, okay, it didn't take that long. So
There you go.
it's just a matter of doing it.
Right, we have got a quiz, but we've got one speak pipe before that.
Oh my goodness, we got all kinds of stuff going on this way.
Pipe, it's the way to leave a message
it's
for
crap.
us.
Who's it from?
It's from. I've sent it you just a minute. I'll
Miss
tell you.
Guilty Pleasure.
Yes, the final apparently. So this might be the
Final
last
Miss
one we
Guilty
get off.
Pleasures. 30 seconds, people. Let's listen.
The woman lives in a little shack with a zombie son. Yes, that's more voodooism, and not very pleasant. When a person dies and is buried, it seems to certain voodoo priests who have the power to bring him back to life.
Horrible.
It's worse than horrible because a zombie has no will of his own. You see them sometimes walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders, not knowing what they do, not caring. You mean like Democrats?
That's all we needed on top of ghosts and skeletons. A zombie.
Okay. Well,
Great.
that's a heck of a quote. I'm curious to know where that's from. It actually sounds to me like a lot of my students staring at their phones, man. The zombie has become the best metaphor for folks using cell phones. In public.
Yeah, it does.
It's just ridiculous. And I know
Um,
it's different in a classroom than it is like, out on High Street or whatever, but it's just ridiculous.
By the way, Jacinta did say, P.S. Elliot is
Yes.
turning 1 next week.
Wow.
Oh,
What
happy
the
birthday,
fuck?
Elliot.
So
That's
happy birthday
awesome.
for next week, Elliot.
Yay.
Right, I guess it's time for the quiz.
I guess it is time for the quiz, but first,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
that's enough of that shit. Okay, so quiz, right?
It's time for the quiz. It's time for the quiz. We play the shitty sound clip when it's time for the quiz.
Whose birthday is it?
Elliot's next
Elliot's her Jacinta's child.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yay! I got my scoreboard ready right here.
week. Right, are you ready?
Quiz. Wait, I'm gonna do it up here so I
So,
can still put
what?
more stuff for next time down there.
What makes this song great? Quiz is the title
What makes
of
this
quiz.
song great?
Okay.
That's an interesting
Okay.
name for a quiz.
Hello again, veteran gamers. Another week, another
Hello.
quiz.
Hello.
Yeah.
But this time it's based on a YouTube channel I've been watching and enjoying over the last 18 months, presented by an American musician and producer, Rick Beato, pronounced Beato. There you go.
Is this
Oh,
gonna be a
Beato.
Rick-rolling experience?
Beato. The channel is called Rick Beato Everything Music and has been going for at least 5 years as far as I can see. If you are
Okay.
musically talented in some way, you'll probably get more out of this channel. But Rick covers so many diverse musical subjects. I think anyone who's interested in music and the music business can find something to enjoy. One long-running strand on Everything Music is called "What Makes This Song Great," where Rick spends 10 to 20 minutes breaking down a song to help you appreciate the craft that went into making that particular track.
Okay, I got you.
It turns out that making great music can be very complicated and usually requires
yeah.
at least a little bit of talent. Who knew?
That's where I've gone wrong.
And that's where you got wrong. So on to the quiz. I've chosen an album worth of songs 12 from What Makes This Song Great. And all you have to do is guess the name of the song and the original band or singer from the lyrics. So that's a maximum of 24 points up for grabs. Answers by SpeakPipe as usual.
Okay, so
This-
he's gonna give us lyrics, and we have to guess the singer and the band.
Yeah, so
and
the
name of
singer
song.
stroke group and the name of the song.
Okay, I don't see what it has to do with the YouTube channel, but that's fine.
Well, he's got them all off the channel. He's been watching.
Oh, okay,
Were
he's
you
got
not
him off of
listening?
there. Okay, fair enough.
Honestly.
I was. He went on this side tangent about what's on the channel. And I was
All right,
okay.
just stop digging now, Duke, and we'll carry on. This time, I'll give you some targets to aim for, and I've been using my Beatles pentatonic scale as follows.
Pentatonic scale.
There
Okay.
you go.
Yeah.
1 to 8 points, Pete Best. 9 to 12
Yes.
points, Ringo Starr. 13
Yes.
to 17 points, George Harrison. And
Yes.
18 to 24 points, John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
Yes. John and Paul.
So,
Yeah. Ringo, and then this was. Oh, is the 13, 17 is what's the other one?
13 17,
George
George
Harrison.
Harrison. George
Okay.
Harrison. Okay, question number 1.
All right, hit us.
Hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not.
That is Bon Jovi, "Living on a
We've got
Prayer."
each other, and that's a lot.
Ah, we're
love.
halfway there.
We'll give it a shot.
Oh, living on a prayer.
I fucking hate that
Take
song.
my-
Fucking hate that song. Ugh.
2 points.
It's so basic.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I should play this.
Yeah, you should.
You know what? It's got a good melody. It's a
got a hook.
basic
It's
message.
got a good hook.
No.
It's got a good hook.
It's got a good hook.
Quit hating.
Okay, here are the answers to the What Makes This Song Great quiz. Number 1, Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi.
And by the way, the other thing we have to say about Living on a Prayer, and you can hate if you want to, Chinny, but there aren't too many other songs that have pulled off successfully a melody composed of it's ridiculous, that sound.
Hey, it works. Though.
All right, number 2.
Everybody knows that song.
Yeah, and it's fun to sing with other people. That's the thing. If you're in a group of people, like it's fun to belt it out. There's not many songs that are fun to belt it out.
I just sit there like this. Fuck you.
You turn it
okay,
off.
let me ask this question though, Chinny. In order to
sing.
prove that you're not an angry curmudgeon, what is a song you do like to sing loudly with other people?
Love on Top by Beyonce.
I don't know that song.
Okay.
There's about 6 key changes in it. The woman is ridiculous.
Fair enough. Okay, she is ridiculous. She's
Question
awesome.
number 2, people.
Question number 2. Yeah, ahead.
I believe in the kingdom come, then all the colours will bleed into one. Bleed into one.
Love on Top by Beyonce.
I'm still running. What are the chances?
Is that really it?
No.
No, it isn't. But yes, I'm still running. You broke the bonds and you loosed the chains. Carried the cross of my shame, You know I believe it, but...
Are you just praying? What are you doing?
It does sound like that.
He's singing some weird song. I have no idea what this is.
I don't know.
I do feel like I know this.
I'll know it when you give me the answer, definitely.
Probably will. Then
yeah.
all the colours will
When
bleed
you
into
say
one.
the word...
It's really hard. It's very hard to know a song without the melody.
When you tell
If
me the
you're used
answer,
to
I
it-
will know the answer.
Yeah, of course. I couldn't tell you. We don't get years or anything?
No.
We don't have any clues?
No, I have no idea.
Say it again.
I believe
Real
in the
quick.
kingdom come, then all the colours will bleed into one. Bleed into one. But yes, I'm still running. You broke the bonds, you loosed the chains, carried my cross of shame, of my shame. You know I believe it, but...
I don't know,
I
I give
think
up.
that's helping. Right, come on,
Yes.
let's hear it.
All right.
Number 2, I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For.
What?
By U2.
Oh my God.
I haven't found
Sorry.
what I'm looking for.
No, I can't hear the other part though.
Come, then all the colors will bleed into one.
Wow, that's
Bleed
crazy. You know
into
why? Here's why I feel like I should know that.
But yes, I'm still running. See, at least I know which
now
bit
you
the song
sing it.
comes
Now
from.
you now you know how
Oh,
it
it's only
fits.
because I know what it is. I said I knew it,
There's
but I couldn't think what
When
it
you
was.
know
yeah,
the
but
answer,
here's
you
the
know
thing.
the answer.
There is a comedy music group called Negative Land who did a version of that song with a guy named the Weatherman, and he sings the song entirely like this. I have walked the highest mountains. I have walked through the fields only to be with you. So I would have thought that I might know
That
those
might have triggered
lyrics
it because
given
you've
that
heard it out of
version
context. Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Nope,
well.
still didn't know
You
it.
done
Oh, well.
goofed.
Let's do question
That
number 3.
hurts.
Let's do
It's one
question-
thing if I don't know this band, I don't know these singers.
That
It came out in
stings.
the last 20 years. I don't know.
You're gonna go
But
to sleep
you two
tonight
still don't know what I'm
thinking,
looking for?
I
should
should have
know.
fucking got that.
Anyway,
Yeah, I should have.
let's do number 3.
Ugh.
Number 3. I'll start a revolution from my bed because you said the brains
I'll
I had
start-
went to my head.
Oh,
I know this.
saw a revolution from my bed.
Oh,
And
it's
you said-
Oasis.
It's
It's Oasis, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it Don't Look Back in Anger?
So Sally could... Wait, it is. Yeah, don't look back in anger. Yeah.
Is it Don't Look Back in Anger?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
All right, well, let's find out.
Number 3, Don't Look Back in Anger.
Hey-oh.
by
Hey, I did
Oasis.
quite well there.
Yeah.
We are halfway to Ringo.
I mean, I sang
Halfway
it,
to
but
Ringo.
you know, you get the credit, whatever.
Yeah. Question number 4.
Question number 4.
I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now.
Here we are
Entertainers.
now, entertainers. Smells like Teen Spirit. This is a story about that. 2 points. We are almost
we are.
there to Ringo. It Smells Like Teen
Ringo.
Spirit by Nirvana. My friend Nate in college was
Nate.
the biggest Kurt Cobain fan in the universe. He just worshipped him.
Mm.
So when he died, it was like everyone just knew, okay, we're going to Nate's room in order to pay homage to Kurt. And we went in, and of course he was blasting, In Bloom and Bleach and just all it was all day. He was just
All the hits.
blaring Nirvana.
All the hits.
At one point I said, all right, now we got to listen to something different. And I put on Weird Al's Smell Like Nirvana. Y'all ever hear that? The Weird Al's version of that?
Not really.
No.
Well, Weird Al wasn't
I
really a
can
bigger
imagine.
hit over here than he
My
was
friend
on-
Nate went over to the CD player, popped the CD out, and flung it off his balcony. He's like, "Not in here!" I was like, "Okay."
I like it.
Too
I like
soon,
that.
Duke. It's too soon.
Too soon. dude.
Whatever. It's an homage. Weird Al is paying tribute, man. Give me a break.
It's too soon.
Yeah.
It's too soon.
Seriously.
It's too soon.
Number
Man.
4, Smells Like Teen Spirit
What a
by
classic.
Nirvana.
It's not the best of ours.
Intended to sound like a Pixies song, by the way. He wanted it to sound like a Pixies song. And I
Anyway.
think he did a pretty good job.
Question number
Heart Shaped
5.
Box is my favourite Nirvana song. I like it.
Yeah, that's such
It's
a
a good
good
song.
song. Question number 5. She's a good girl, crazy about Elvis, loves horses and her boyfriend
Tom
too.
Petty, Free Falling.
It's a long day living in Reseda. There's a freeway running through the yard.
Crazy about Elvis. He's from my hometown, Gainesville, Florida. Go Gators!
Okay.
Yeah, that's 6, 7, 8. We made it. We are at Ringo. What?
We are. We are.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
Number 5,
Wait, come on, what?
The answer. The answer.
I'm playing
Checking.
it.
We're checking.
I was gonna play it, and then you
Okay.
stopped me. Should I start it?
Free Falling by Tom Petty.
Free
Well done.
falling.
Question number 6.
Sorry, people's ears. I beg you. I'm
I
really
know, yeah. Question number 6. In restless dreams I walk alone, narrow streets of cobblestone. Neath a halo of a street lamp, I turn my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes are stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night.
Smack my bitch up.
No.
Pretty sure that's it.
I feel like I kind of know this, but I
I
can't.
know, I
place it.
feel like I do. In restless dreams I walk alone.
I don't know this. If you know, who's doing
This is,
Kanye?
I would
Kanye
walk
lyrics.
500 miles.
When my eyes are stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night.
Stand by the
not the
flash of a
Proclaimers,
dead
is it? I would-
night.
Walk 500 miles.
I will walk 500 miles. You fucking bastard, yeah.
Well, I'll say that since nobody has any other guesses.
I've no
Am I playing
idea.
it? Am I just
Yeah, I
playing
played.
it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like I
Number
do,
6,
but I probably don't.
The Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh,
man.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of do know.
You were close with the 500 mile.
Yeah, yeah.
It was definitely in the ballpark.
Question number 7. I wanted to be with you alone and talk about the weather, but traditions I can trace against the child in your face won't escape my attention. You keep your distance with a system of touch and gentle persuasion. I'm lost in admiration. Could I need you this much? Oh, you're wasting my time.
Talk about need me even makes me think of NXS. I need you tonight, but it's probably not
Girls just want to have fun.
that. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Hey, we want some pussy by 2 Live Crew.
Could I need you so much?
WAP.
It is WAP. Or also known as Ben Shapiro's wife has a horrible medical condition.
This is going to be another one I know. I feel like I know it.
Yeah, probably. All right, I don't know though. Now's
WAP.
the time to guess. We're not dragging this
WAP.
out.
No, I've no idea.
Number 7, Head Over Heels by Tears
Oh,
for Fears.
God damn. Something happens and I'm head over
God, such an old song.
So you're
though.
saying it's not
It's a
WAP
great
by
song.
Megan the Stallion, is it?
Well, people don't realize WAP was actually a remake of Shout, so it's very similar, but it's a different song by the
Right.
same group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, question
Well-
number 8.
Wet pussy, let it all
Anyway,
out.
question number
Yes.
8. There used to be
WAP
a
stands for.
there used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remained a drug that's high and not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can be seen?
I've got it.
Go on.
Teletubbies.
What you really adding?
Teletubbies.
That sounds like a Jefferson Airplane song. Is that not the one? The one pill
Teletubbies.
makes you high and one
Say
pill makes you
hello,
small.
hello.
That's my guess. I don't know any Teletubby songs, but okay, Chinny.
It's the main song. It's the tongue.
Take your word for I don't know.
I don't know.
That baby in the sun is like 21 years old now.
Yeah, it is. It's not a
I wonder if she's still there.
Yeah.
So I'm saying Jefferson Airplane. Go ask Alice.
Go on, go for it. Go for it.
I
Maybe
don't
you're
think
right.
that's it, but
I don't think it is, but maybe you're right. Who knows?
8, Kiss from a Rose.
Oh
by-
wow!
I love that song.
See,
Oh,
dude,
I
you
love
should
that
get
song.
that
I
because
should
you
have
love
known
that
it.
freaking stupid
Seal
game with
thing.
the skiing.
Oh yeah, it's the other gallery.
Right.
I thought I recognised it.
I love that. You know what though? That came on the other day. Where was it? It came on somewhere, and I said to Tara, "I love this song so much, but it's so
You know
weird
what?
that it was made for Batman Forever. And it doesn't.
Yeah, it is.
doesn't fit at all."
True. I was nuts for Crazy. When Crazy came out, I was like, oh my god, this guy is my favorite singer ever. And then every song he put out after that, I'm like, that's not my thing.
Seal, man.
But I still like Crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, question number 9. Let's see if we can get this one. Seems we're doing so
We
terribly.
gotta
now.
get out of Ringo, man.
I know,
This
we gotta
is
get out of
fucking
Ringo.
rough.
Nobody
We're
likes
not even at
Ringo.
Ringo. We're just at the edge of Ringo.
Is,
Go ahead.
Question number 9.
is Ringo the best drummer in the world? He's not even the best drummer in our band.
Since you've gone, I've been lost without a trace. I dream at night, I can only see your face. I look around, but it's all you can't. Wait a minute.
Hang on a bit.
I look around, but it's you I can't replace. I feel so cold and I long for your embrace. I keep crying, baby, baby, please. I know this.
I know this.
I do too. Fuck. Say the first part again.
Since you've gone, I've been lost without
It's
a
Britney Spears.
trace.
It's Britney Spears.
Oh, yeah, it
Is
is.
it?
Since you.
Oh, is this I Did It Again?
Yeah, it's Upside Did It Again. Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
It is. It's
I
Britney
don't feel bad
Spears.
about not getting it very quickly. All right, is this going to take us into
Leave
Ringo?
Britney alone.
Every Breath You Take by The Police.
Yeah,
God
sure it
damn
is.
it, Chinny, you and your Britney Spears
I
bullshit.
was thinking
Were you
that
trying to
Gary-
throw us
Well, I
off by
kept thinking,
messing
I'm
with us, or
thinking
did you
of
actually
crying,
think it was
baby,
Britney Spears?
Baby.
Because you kept saying all sorts of things that were obviously wrong, Teletubbies and shit.
Yeah.
Was this another one of those, and you were amazed we took you for it, or did you really think it was
Did
Britney?
you really think this was Oops, I Did It Again?
He just won't stop laughing. He's just
I
holding
think
his
he
face
actually thought
laughing.
it was. Question number 10. Let's move on
He was.
quickly.
I actually thought it was Britney.
Wait, what was it again? I forgot.
Britney
Every
Spears.
breath you take.
Every breath you take. Man.
Yeah.
I know the choruses of these songs. I don't know the lyrics.
Oops, I
Go ahead.
did it
Anyway, question
again.
number 10.
Yes.
You got to roll with the punches to get what's real. Oh, can't you see me here? I've got my back against a record machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Oh, can't you see what I mean?
Smooth Criminal.
No, I got my back against that wrecking machine. Shit,
Yeah.
isn't this a Joan Jett song?
No,
Back against the wrecking machine.
it's not
Damn
Joan
it.
Jett, but you've got that
Wait,
right.
wait. Van Halen. Isn't it Jump? Back against the wrecking machine. Oh, can't you see what I mean?
Yeah, it is. Jump. For
Might as
your
well
love.
jump.
Jump in.
Dun, dun, dun. Read it again just to make sure.
Yeah, it is. No, it definitely is.
Okay.
I'm just a smooth criminal.
10. Jump by
Yes.
Van Halen.
When my brother and I, back in the day, that song must have come out.
Why
in
does every
86,
song come with a
87?
fucking Duke story all of a sudden?
I know, right? He picked songs that had stories on it. This was when MTV music video premieres was a huge event. And so when Jump was supposed to come on, my brother and I were just like, oh, we can't wait. And I'll never forget when it came on, my brother was in his bedroom doing his homework, and I was like, Mark, it's on! Hurry up! And like, he didn't need to run because
I imagine
they
he
had, like,
flipped. Did he flip his table? Did he?
they had this like 2-minute build up. They had this like little video, the little, thing that was like, it's a world premiere and all these like satellite images and stuff. And it was like, he didn't need to run because it wasn't going to be on for another minute. But still, I was just like, Mark, it's on. So yeah, it was a big deal.
Okay.
Which made Weird Al's version. Oh, sorry. One last thing. There was Mick Jagger and Michael Jackson had done a song called State of Shock together. And there were all these rumors that they were making a music video, but nobody ever knew. So when Weird Al did Al TV once upon a time, he was like, we have the world premiere of the State of Shock video. And everyone was like, oh my God, he actually got it. And Weird Al, nobody saw it coming, but he had the video. And so for a week ahead of time, he was like, I got it. We're going to see it. And then he's like, here it is, the world premiere of State of Shock. And it was just this guy at his desk. And he looks at the camera and he goes, da 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 da. It was the dumbest video ever, and my brother and I were just rolling around laughing because it was the funniest thing of all time. All right, Stu, go ahead.
Okay, question number 11.
Yeah.
Trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I've said too much. I haven't said enough. I thought I heard you laughing.
I haven't said enough. Thought I heard you laugh. That's Losing My Religion by R.E.M.
Oh, it is.
Oh, nailing it. What? He
Laughing.
made this quiz for me. I'm just killing
It
it.
is. Well, it's a good job.
All these songs are old.
Yeah, they are. Well, why? Like I said, he made them just for me. But they're
Made
not
'em
too
for you.
old. If they were older, then Stu would be getting them all right.
Yeah, I would.
But they're just the right age for me.
They're the right time era for you.
Yes.
Number 11, Losing My Religion by R.E.M.
That's
Hey, what are we up
me
to
in the
points-wise?
corner.
Where are we up to?
We are at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're at the edge of Ringo. We just need
Oh
one
my
more to
God,
George.
we need one. We need to get.
We don't
the
have too many more questions.
final-
But here's a story about Losing My Religion. I'm just kidding. I don't
Jeez.
have a story for that. I don't have a
Jesus
story
Christ.
for that.
Question
I like
number
that song,
12.
but I don't have a
Right,
story.
question number 12. I'll run with you. If you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two if we should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower. I know this.
I will run with you and you break my heart. I can't place it. What is it?
I don't know. I
Give me
feel
the
like
melody.
it-
Just hum it a little.
I don't know. I can't think of what it is. I know
Oh
the
no!
so-
I
know-
thought you meant you know it.
No,
you
I know
it.
the
You just
lyrics.
kinda know it.
I know the
Ah,
lyrics.
I will. Run.
Will it help if I sing a completely different song?
No.
No, shut up.
Yeah, don't do that.
Say him again.
I'll run with you. If you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two.
Break my heart in two.
I think I can. It's that line.
I will.
Annie, are you okay?
If you should
Shut up.
fall into my arms and tremble like a flower.
Are you okay,
I know
Annie?
it. I definitely know it.
Taking my headphones off.
Duke took his headphones off.
Come
No
on,
one,
gotta do
no one
this.
enjoys your games that you talk about,
Gotta do
Duke.
this.
You can't hear us.
I'll run with you. If you say hide, we'll hide.
Damn it! I can't.
Because
place
my
it.
love for you would break my heart into.
Break my heart.
I'm
Just, whoa, I
looking
nearly had
at
it then.
The man in the mirror.
Oh, Jesus.
Chinny, you are the worst person who's ever lived.
If I'm in the club with the
my
part
love
above
for
Zoo.
you.
Duke stuck his head cards together.
Break my heart in two.
So anyway,
It.
and listeners of the show, I hope you're enjoying this segment. I'm
Oh,
not-
I know this. I'm going to be
not
so
really
annoyed
taking
at
part.
myself.
I don't know this song, so
Like a flower.
I mean, I just listen to this show for video
We're
games.
not gonna
but-
get it, and we're gonna be George forever, and it's all
I
Chinny's
know.
fault.
I know. It's that because my love for you would break my heart in two. I know that
Break
line.
my heart in two.
Yeah, it's quite
Break my
dramatic.
heart in- That's how he's saying it. Like, well, break
Yeah,
my
yeah,
heart.
yeah, yeah.
Say it one more time.
Break my
I'll-
heart too.
I'll run with you. If you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in
Break
two.
my heart too.
If we looked in my arms and tremble like a flower. Oh, I know this.
Tremble the flower. Break my heart too.
I don't know. I'm playing it.
Go on.
And
Oh.
finally, number 12,
Break my.
Let's Dance.
Let's
by-
dance.
Oh.
And that is the end.
Let's
of
dance.
You say I'll hide with you.
Yeah.
Hide with you.
God.
If you say
Cause
run.
my love. I was saying it all wrong.
Yeah,
Would
you
break my heart.
Hard into.
Man, the Duchess
If
is
we
never gonna let
should
me hear the end of it.
fall
Fuck.
into my arms and tremble like a
See, you read it wrong.
What's that sound? It's the sound of everybody stop listening to this show.
Anyway, the party's
They
over.
stopped
Thanks for
listening a
coming
long time
today.
ago.
And we got
That was a good quiz, Derek. I think
Yeah.
that might be my favorite quiz you've ever
We got
done.
some of them. We did all right. I think
We
did
did.
all
We
right.
got
Derek,
Ringo.
Derek,
Got
just
12
just
right.
can I have a private word with Derek, please? That was my least favourite quiz that you've done.
Yeah, you got to mix it up more so that
But
I can get
no,
some
but I know Let's Dance Davy Bowie, but I don't listen to lyrics in music.
Let's
So I
dance,
could listen
dun,
if
dun,
if a song has a jaunty tune and it was about the Holocaust, I'd be dancing.
We already did the Holocaust song. Go do
Yes,
it.
we're not doing that again.
Here's a suggestion though, Derek. Suppose you hummed melodies and we had to supply like 4 lines of the lyrics to the song or something. That could be an interesting way to
Wow,
twist it
that'd be
around.
interesting.
You do not give
I don't know.
Derek
Just a thought.
ideas.
Just a thought. You got plenty to do,
Don't
Derek. And we
give
love your
Derek
quizzes.
ideas.
I'm just putting it out there. It could be fun
Don't
to have.
give Derek
melodies or
ideas.
something.
Anyway, we need to do some shout outs and get the hell out
got a new
of
hat.
here.
I wanna know.
Right.
Let's do some
It's
shout-outs.
time for a shout out. Hey!
I'm going to go first.
Go ahead. You go first.
I'm going to shout out Cherry Scones. Okay.
What?
Why? What are you laughing for? I'm going to shout out Cherry
I asked him what.
Scones. Cherry Scones.
I've never heard of him. Who's that?
I know it's a lady.
He's got
Cherry
a silly name.
Scones.
Jerry Scott.
She's on the Twitters.
Is she?
But basically, Brother Brown, who's one
Is
of
that
the
another
midlife-
person? Who's
Yeah,
Brother Brown?
Brother
That's your
Brown
brother.
is
Is
one
he
of the
holy?
one of the midlife gamer guys, and he listens to my mixes. He's one of the guys listening to mixes,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
recommended my mixes to Cherry Scones, and now she's subscribed to me and listening to my mixes too. So thank you, Cherry
Yay.
Scones. That's very kind of you.
That is
He
cool.
probably doesn't listen to this show, but who knows?
Why would
anyway.
they?
You never know.
Well, you know,
Because of our awesome singing.
To be honest,
Exactly.
To be honest,
Fly. Anyway,
40% of this podcast has been about fucking music, so why wouldn't they?
It's
yeah,
true.
Chinny. Anyway, over to you.
Go ahead, Chinny.
I'm going to shout
Go
out
ahead, Chinny. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Snoogans.
Schnoogans? What?
Snoogans, because
Schnuggen.
in the questions for the show section on Discord. What now?
I want to show you this text the Duchess just sent me.
I can't.
God, look, we'll never finish this show. It's never ending.
She sent another one. I
It says,
can't.
"Why are you singing so much?"
Oh, right, yeah. Snoogans in the chat says, Chinny, that game you were talking about, Super Lucky's Tale, was a VR game when it came out.
Yes, no, I believe it was, yeah.
It came free with the Rift, was a good game for free. Surprised Stu never played it.
No, I didn't get a riff, though, did I?
And Lone Echo 2 was worth a buy. Stu, I've not got it yet and not heard you talk about it.
I've played this. I played a little bit of it, and and then I got distracted with something else, no doubt.
Doesn't sound like you. Snoogans,
I know.
so thanks for the comment there, Snoogans. Sorry
Yes, thank you.
that these
Thanks,
other two
Snoogans.
people don't find it valuable, but I
Yeah,
read it
I find
out.
it very valuable. I just don't have anything to say about it.
Well, it's
There
not
you
about
go.
music, so why would you? I don't know.
That
Yeah,
comment
there you
is
go.
valuable. I'm
Dude.
like Caleb
Over to you.
on.
Dude.
No, no, I'm not done.
Mouth.
I'm
Dude,
not done.
Wait,
You
I'm
have
trying to get
pens in
done
your
here. I'm
bag.
trying to get
I'm
done.
not done.
So
Go
that's
ahead.
it.
Can I
That's
shout
it.
Chinny, go
out?
ahead.
Shout out
Yes.
to My Tainted Brain because
Ah.
Yeah.
I have been I've been making a spreadsheet about all the games that I've been playing this year,
Nerd.
and then My Tainted Brain sent me a link to a thing called Notion, and Notion is a website that does all this
Right.
shit.
I'm going to have a look now.
Oh, okay.
So you have to put it in manually. It's not specifically for video games.
All right, okay.
All right, but
It's a
if
way to
you
do spreadsheets more easily, huh?
if I can get the screen going. So look, so this is all the games that I've played in
Okay.
2022. So
Mm.
you can categorize them, you can tag them, you can have drop down menus, you can rate them.
Nice. I've
Um,
been keeping track of all the games I've been playing too, but on the paper.
so far the
Nice.
ones that
Simpsons
are
notebook.
I'm currently playing, the Pedestrian, Super Hot, Windjammers, Forza, Hitman, they're all there, but also all
Okay.
dated, and I've backlogged them. So
my goodness.
2021 has been done as well. So all the
Wow.
games that I've played on
It's very
whatever platform.
sophisticated.
And if I wanted to filter them down to platform or top 5 or
That's pretty
whatever.
impressive.
So thank you to.
And presumably you don't have to put all that data in. They have games.
Nope, I have to put it all
as-
in.
What? Why are you doing all this work? What the
Yeah,
fuck
what
the
is the
point?
matter with you?
But-
That
but
must
it's-
be nice to have that kind of time. Jesus Christ.
It's not.
I'd rather be playing games.
It's not
Yeah,
that
really,
hard.
me
No,
too.
like to put a new game in, you just click new, put a picture in, name it, and done.
Oh wait, but so it does have the year and the platform
No.
already on the.
No, he puts all that stuff in.
No, but I'm not putting in. All I'm putting is the name of the game in a picture. That's all I'm putting.
Okay, how does it know what platform it's on?
I tag it. Look here.
Okay.
See, can you see the screen? I just click platform. I make custom fields, so I've made it all now.
So you have to specify.
still gotta
it was on
type
this
it in. Yeah, but you've
platform,
only gotta do
it
it
came out
once.
this year. All right, hey, I consider.
Hey,
it
more
to be
power to you,
still
man. I'd
a
rather
whole
be
lot of
playing
goddamn
games.
work.
If we're talking
Yeah.
about text messages that your spouse has sent you, Tara's just sent me a message saying, "Please be quieter."
Yeah, exactly.
The Duchess gave up on
I'm
that
trying
shit
to get
long
this
ago.
show
And
finished.
I'm starting to think actually that the reason we moved into this bigger house is so that the
Yeah.
Duchess doesn't have to be one door
Yeah.
away from me screeching and singing during
That's
this
it.
podcast.
That's it.
Anyway,
So I'm gonna shut up.
now I am.
Tell
gonna
her
make
you
Duke
should
do
hear what it's
shout-outs.
like on Duke's end.
Yeah, Duke.
All right. So I will. Is it my turn?
Yes, now
Are
you
done,
can
Chinny?
talk.
Okay. I will shout out Antonio because I was doing a crossword puzzle today, and one of the clues was Simpsons expression, 3 letters.
Go.
Go.
Doe, of course, right.
Go.
And then the down one is we did it. And so the D from Doe is at the top of we did it. That was the cross puzzle, right? The cross clue, right? And it was like expression for someone who achieved something or whatever. But I thought of the moment on The Simpsons where Burns is trying to get Bart to believe that his family hates him, so he hires actors, and they're like, "I do not miss Bart at all." "No, me neither." And then Homer drops his sandwich and he goes, "Bo!" And Burns walks into the set. He's like, "That was all wrong, people. Homer Simpson doesn't say Bo. He says," flips ahead in the script, "Doe." And so I changed it to Bo on the crossword, right? This is very hilarious. And
Sounds hilarious.
Yeah. And then so the other clue the other way ends up being we bid it. And so the joke I put on Twitter was, what the hell does we bid it mean? Are they at an auction or something? I guess Antonio can tell me, knowing that he would know the Bo reference, right? For The
Was
Simpsons.
Doe.
And he did. He did get the reference, but he thought he didn't. So he's like, all I can come up with is this moment from The Simpsons when he's like, and I'm like, yeah, that was, but he's like, I'm struggling. I can't. No, you got it. Stop digging. You struck oil. It's just, it wasn't that funny. So that's the funny thing.
Wow.
But the other reason I'm shouting
Oh
at
my
Antonio
God.
this week is because when I was doing Duolingo to learn Spanish,
I want to go to bed.
well, keep interrupting me and I'll get done fast.
Dude, man, look at that.
All right, I'm going to start over. I was doing a crossword puzzle. No, I was doing Duolingo, and it comes out. It has all these random things like, hey, Senor Perez, where are you from, and all that. And it said, "See you tomorrow, Antonio." And I was like, "Hey, Antonio, that's it." And so I shouted him out on Twitter. And if only I could actually see him tomorrow, that'd be cool. Yeah, and I'll shout out the Duchess because she got a chicken right outside the window here, clucking around.
Stu looks like he's gonna fall asleep.
I am. I'm very tired and I'm working tomorrow.
Well,
so
I'm trying to get done with my shout outs.
I know.
Yeah, but now you're shouting out. Now you're shouting
Now
out
we
a
shout out the
chicken.
fucking Duchess in
I'm
the
gonna shout out
chicken.
this plate. This is a
Right,
good
let's end the
plate.
show. Thanks everybody for listening. Play this
Wait, I
fucking
want to shout out
outro
this
music.
mug. I got some
Duke,
water in here.
Duke shouting out a
In
fucking chicken outside of
heaven.
there.
Help.
Jesus Christ.
Shout out this lip balm. Shout out this pencil. This is a cool pencil, by the way.
Yeah, coolest teacher ever. You don't need to stay for the outro, Stu. It doesn't really matter.
No, I'm gonna. I am really gonna go because I've got to get up at 20 to 6 tomorrow.
What do you want, a
That
fucking
was-
medal?
Shut up.
That
Right,
was
I'm
a
going,
gift.
everybody. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Soon. Bye.
That pencil was a gift from the school secretary. I had her son at one point, and so she gave me that pencil, and I was like, "Wow, that's so nice! Like, this, you must have given these to a lot of different teachers, huh?" She's like, "No, just you." And I'm like,
Aww.
"That's so sweet. Like, I thought it was just she's being nice, but she was being super nice to me." I'm like, "Oh, I don't deserve that. That's too nice." She's a cool lady.
I poisoned it.
Ah, now you tell me.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop recording now. There it is. I stopped recording.
Bosh bosh.
Ah. The stream does look good. Kudos on your work there.
Thanks. My photoshopping isn't the best, but you know.
It's good. I like it.
It'll do.
Yes, it will.
It'll do.
All right. I got a little more schoolwork maybe, but maybe I'll just not. I don't know. We'll see. Have a good week, my friend.
Okay. Well, goodbye.
Peace out, buddy boy.
See you later.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Stay safe.
Yeah, you too.
Bye. Ta-ra.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, Mum. Do
Here
it.
I go.
I dare you.
No, you don't.
Fucking dare you. It's just me.